Welcome, everybody. We're glad you joined us.
I'm Boots.
And I'm Heels. Welcome to 2022.
Yep. Is it 2022 or is it a reboot? Hopefully it's not a reboot of 2020 or even 2021.
No, my gosh.
Let's go 2022.
Man, don't even start up with that one.
Actually, I know. I'm trying to give the new year some happy mojo.
We are glad you joined us, and we're glad we're actually moving forward. But actually, on this podcast, we're going to move backwards in time a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little tiny bit. I mean, the big news right now, of course, is the Omicron, and of course, it's supposedly responsible for I don't think it was like 58.6% of the cases that are showing up right now. So,
but the good news is, the World Health Organization and others are saying that it's maybe 1,000 times less dangerous than the Delta variant.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there's a lot of variants out there, and there has been some from day one. I'm going to go backwards in time a little bit, and I'm going to visit with the Trump administration for a minute. If you remember when it first came out, and we first heard of COVID in the very first beginnings, I think he was pretty quick on the draw to put in travel restrictions to China.
Absolutely.
And he was hit pretty hard with that. As a matter of fact, he was called hysterical, and
that he was
Biden
racist.
Was saying that it was, absolutely not appropriate for that to happen.
It was said that he hated Asians.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you remember that, folks? Way back
when? That he was responsible for crime against Asians because of that.
Yeah.
All the crazy things that you can think of was said against President Trump.
Funny, moving forward, though, they think that this administration now thinks that's a real good idea, obviously.
Of course. Well, I mean, the only success this administration has had are the policies that were enacted by President Trump. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure. And do you also remember that when he even suggested or hinted at the idea that it possibly originated from the Wuhan lab? Oh my God, at that point he was xenophobic. I mean, he was definitely, touted as a major racist. I mean, so many people jumped on that. But, and it was also reported that no, that couldn't be possible. And now, of course, with all the... guess what? The information is leading to and showing that it absolutely did, in fact, come from there.
Weirdly enough, I watched an old movie from like 2011 the other night called Contagion that was exactly like
oh my God, I remember that movie.
See, I had never seen it.
So strange. So
I think it was on Netflix the other night, and I watched it. Of course, it's not the best movie in the world, but it was just like 2020.
Yeah, it really was.
Oddly enough.
So just going backwards in time a little bit, I also remember that, Harris, along with Biden, was basically...
Who's that?
Yeah, who was that? I don't know. Has anybody seen her?
I don't think so.
Not much.
No,
anyway.
She's not done much of anything. Really a huge disappointment for the first female elected to a major political office like vice president.
It's really too bad.
Thanks a lot.
Too bad for us, that's
a lot,
the case.
Kamala,
that
you've been the shining example for females.
Oh my gosh. I mean, this is it's causing hysteria, all right, but among the people going, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
That old saying, what the heck just happened? But anyway, going back again, I remember this for sure, her saying about Operation Warp Speed that, a vaccine that comes from Trump, she would not take it. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
If you don't believe me, just go back and look at history, and if you can find it now in any media anywhere to support that, because there was plenty of it at the time, and then all of a sudden there's not a whole lot of it, but it's definitely there. She said not only would she not trust a vaccine that was put forth that quickly, but if Trump said it, and Trump said it was a good idea to get vaccinated, that she would not do it. And now there's a major push and mandates and all kinds of things for you to stand in line and get the jab. Otherwise, you're not going to have a way to feed your family. Isn't this amazing? It's kind of the hypocrisy is what I want to bring up of all of this.
This comes from a female that bashes white males at every turn, but she happens to be married to one. So
I don't know.
Go
it's
figure.
Just crazy. All right, so over 30,000 healthcare workers in New York alone has lost their jobs due to the fact that they don't want the vaccine. They're making that choice for themselves. But Biden has the answer, but doesn't he always have the answer? Actually, I don't think it's Biden that has the answer. But anyway, he's coming up with something out of his earpiece or whatever, and he is saying, well, I've got this problem solved. I am going to deploy 1,000 military doctors and health professionals in the military to come down and staff those positions. Wow. That's the way you handle something for the Americans that need to feed their family and that have actually worked through this whole reign of terror that has been implemented on the United States of America and everywhere else in the world. So that's how you handle it.
Once again, you destroy health care in the private sector. People that are private citizens that are highly trained in the medical field, and you steal their jobs so that you can create a need for more government control. Yay, Biden! Your only success and your only jobs that you create are from destroying jobs in the private sector so that you can create more government control. Wow. Way to go, Joe.
I mean, it just blows my mind. Every single bit of this blows my mind. It really does. So, I mean, what say you? What say you, public out there, to some of this stuff?
Yeah, we want to know what you think about this.
I do. I really want to know what you think about it.
Because I have friends, I have clients at my shop whose jobs have been affected, who've actually lost their jobs. A young girl that I've known for, well, all of her life. Her mother and I have been friends for 30 plus years. Actually was a pre-med student and working as an EMT while she was in school, and guess what? She's no longer pre-med.
Nope.
She doesn't know what course she's going to take with her career after getting her bachelor's degree now. And she also has quit her job as an EMT. A very good young person. I don't know anyone young that now is going into the health field.
Well, here's the thing, you know, if you think about it, if healthcare workers that are actually in the field of medicine are deciding against the vaccine, you know, you would think they would have the right, all of us would have the right to choose whether, you know, we have the knowledge on it or not. It still should be our right. That's called free America. But they actually are in the field of medicine. They are in the field of healthcare, and they're still choosing not to do it, or some of them are not. And listen, I want to clear up something. We are not against the vaccine.
Take it if you want.
Actually, the vaccine was created in the Trump era, and he worked very, very hard to get a vaccine that actually works. Now, you have the right to decide and basically to weigh the odds of whether or not it's for you, or whether or not, you know, the complications of some of it might outweigh the good that it does, and vice versa. So that's really up to you to do that. But neither was President Trump. R45 was not against it. Matter of fact, he worked really hard to get that to us in a very quick fashion, but you should have the right to be able to decide if it's for you or not.
Absolutely,
so
which
I want
is
to
what
clear
he
that
has
up.
said this whole entire time. This administration brings an entire new take on the phrase, "Mother, may I?"
Red light, red light.
Yeah. Danger, danger.
Red light, red light. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so here we are. We're in this day and time. And also I want to touch on a little bit, just going backwards still a little bit, the border. Okay, so we had about 3 weeks left of that border wall of 500 miles to be put up. And whenever Biden took the position, and what does he do? He leaves those several openings open for, I don't know, millions of illegals to flood over the southern border, none tested, and many of them positive for COVID in the meantime, while telling you have to wear a mask, and also you have to get the jab or you don't have a job.
What's about the secret flights? The chartered flights going in, picking up undocumented, unvaccinated non-citizens crossing the border and flying them to secret, undisclosed locations to where our elected officials have asked. They've said, where are these people going? Where are these flights
going? To what location?
Where are they going? And what is happening to these people? And no answers.
Well, you know, the U.S. Census Bureau said basically that the biggest thing that they can see is the distrust of this administration, which is causing the resounding numbers of people not being vaccinated. It's not because maybe the vaccine doesn't, the good doesn't outweigh the bad. It's the fact that you don't trust this administration. You're not going to do what they say to do.
It is lack of trust in our elected officials that are causing people to question whether or not they should get the vaccine. All the cartoon characters in the world on TV and all all of these maniacs in the entertainment industry telling you that you should get vaccinated. What a joke.
It is a joke. So again, I just say to all Americans out there, you have to use your own common sense and your own research, and you have to make the choice that's right for you. Again, we're not against it. We're also not for it. I mean, it just depends on
it's up to you.
What you want to do. That's what's important. I don't feel like the unvaccinated is, a threat to the vaccinated when the vaccinated are still getting the viruses.
Right.
So I know it's also been touched on, I don't know to what degree this outweighs in the medical field or the science behind it, but also there are some of the people that are saying the Omicron being a lesser variant is going to sweep across America, which obviously the numbers are showing that that's true. But if you get that and then you get over it, it actually is building your immunities for the higher variants that are more deadly. Well, so, also, I don't know, good or bad, that's really for you guys to decide, and I'd love for you to comment on that as well.
The truth of the matter is, statistics show that 78 to 80% of people that are seriously affected by COVID and its variants are clinically obese. That means they are 100 pounds overweight and have created health problems for themselves, or those health problems have been easier to attach to those people because of their system.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this maybe is showing Americans maybe it's time to take some personal responsibility for your own health. That doesn't mean you're not going to have afflictions. I've always tried to maintain a decent level of good health and had a problem with some skin cancer. So that doesn't mean that we're not going to have problems and we're not going to have issues, but it does mean that maybe we need to look at ourselves and say, what am I doing that is aiding me in having health conditions that could cause me to be more seriously ill.
Puts you more at risk, actually.
Put me more at risk. Maybe I shouldn't have tanned in a tanning bed. Note taken.
That's true. Or laid in the sun for like 15 hours. I don't know.
Exactly. I have taken note of that. I've taken note of that. And guess what? I'm not a sun bunny anymore. Try to make a conscious effort to have a reasonable, decent, good health for yourself. Keep your body in shape. Go to the gym, work out, exercise, take walks. Keep your lungs fresh and clean. Wash your hands. Don't be kissing around on sick people.
Yeah, there you go.
Who would have thought?
Just kind of going back to the border here for just a second too, I wonder how this administration feels the fact that the courts have now ordered the state in Mexico has already been reinstated now. So wonder how they feel about that, because that, that's the first thing they did when they took office was get rid of that and then of course leave the border open to everybody. But I wonder how they feel about that.
This administration hates states' rights.
I mean, Trump is right again.
Right.
I mean, I can't help but to tout that because it's true.
This administration actually hates that the will of the people is followed because they want mandates. They want executive orders. They want to be tyrants. They want to be the slave masters in control. And that's really the point of concern here is freedom, freedom of choice, making informed decisions, and having some personal accountability in your health and the matters that affect you.
That is true. So I guess, I could go on all day and so could you, and we could go on for weeks really reflecting back on the hypocrisy that has surrounded this administration, but we won't go ahead and go into any more detail on that.
Or we could go check on the latest rescue puppy.
Yes, we could do, and we certainly want to do that. So we're going to take a pause for 2 seconds and we're going to show you the newest rescue puppy. Okay, folks, we just went out to her little kennel and we picked up, we don't have a name for her yet, but we're trying to look for a home for her, but it's going to be a little while because
she's under vet care.
She is. And
she's under vet care.
She's got some skin problems and things that we're going to have to work with.
But she's already gained some weight.
She has.
And, looking more healthy.
About a week now, I guess.
Tomorrow is Tuesday's a week.
Oh, Tuesday's a week.
Tuesday's a week, so it's only been 5 days.
You might have followed our story on Red Boots and Heels on her. She was left in an apartment complex on the cement. She was trying to survive frigid weather for
it was like 22 degrees, I think, that night.
And some kind gentleman took pity on her and gave her a quilt to sleep on. And then when she was still there after the next couple of days, he went by, told a friend that told a friend that told a friend that got a hold of Boots, and then Boots called me, and then
he was
off we went.
desperately looking for help because, you know, as in a lot of areas, there are no public shelters.
Hold her up so they can see her.
Private, what limited private rescues there are absolutely full, and no one can take anymore. I mean, so it's going to take individuals, you know, spay, neuter, foster, and then find homes for all these unwanted pets out there.
And one of the things too that I want you to know about these animals is at Christmas time every year, we see an influx of puppies thrown aside. People will get them for their children on Christmas morning and then decide, especially if they have gotten a dog that has a problem or a skin problem like this one,
health issue,
then they will just throw them out a lot of times. I'm not saying everybody. There's a lot of beautiful people out there that would never do that.
Her paws are looking better.
She does. She looks better.
She's growing some hair back.
Yeah, but she definitely, and she is, I'm going to tell you, one of the best mannered little dogs that I've come in contact with. They're all sweet, but this one has an unusually even quieter, sweeter personality. She's already doing her business out on the grass. And
she's very smart.
And she's kenneling on her own. She runs right back in and runs in and gets in her kennel. That's where she knows she's safe there.
Right.
And we're trying to give her a lot of attention and stuff because I know she had a really ugly start. So
she's going to need a very, very good loving home. But she's already gained weight.
Yeah.
She's already filled out and has some hair grown back. She loves having her belly rubbed. She's very, very smart. And I'm just going to tell you, this little girl has the absolute sweetest, most tender disposition.
She really does. I don't think she's going to be a very big dog. I really don't. Still trying to wait on the information to see what our vet thinks she is. But you know, these are mixed breeds a lot of times, and so there's no run without a DNA dog test. It's really hard to tell. But it doesn't really matter, does it? Because
I'm a mixed
all animals
breed.
need love. Aren't we all?
I'm a mutt.
Aren't we all? I'm a definite Heinz 57 over here. But anyway, follow us on Red Boots and Heels and Pets No Politics. We'd love for you to go over there. We're going to get her up there pretty soon. If not today, then fairly quickly. And if you have a desire for this beautiful little animal, then let us know that. Again, she's under vet care, so it's going to be a little while before we can release her out, and we'll get her in the best shape possible for that. But I guess, for now, I just want to say Happy New Year one more time. And
another Happy New Year.
We wish you a wonderful 2022. Let's stay vigilant and let's stay on point, and let's help each other. And we love your comments and everything. So for now, we're just going to say so long. Bye-bye.
And God bless America.
God bless America.